Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tyler Moran, co-founder and CEO of OmniAI. Small business lending is complex. It's never reached the same level of efficiency and optimization that we see within consumer lending. That's because there is no one-size-fits-all solution to a business loan. Equipment financing is totally separate from inventory financing, working capital, acquisitions of property or other businesses. There's not a single solution to all of them. In fact, the only thing they share is paperwork. Between tax returns, bank statements, articles of incorporation, certificates of insurance, the average small business loan doesn't close until more than 40 documents are passed back and forth. And the longer your process drags out here, the worse your origination cycles become, the more dropout you have, the higher your customer acquisition costs, and oftentimes the lower the credit quality. Because the borrowers who are willing to sit back for 4 weeks of email tag to collect all of their documents and start their file are usually the ones who didn't get funding elsewhere. This is the problem that Omni's addressing. Our origination agent lives between your inbox and your LOS. We go back and forth directly with borrowers to coordinate pulling together their loan file, collect and validate documents, verify information with third-party data sources, and deliver you one clean underwriting file that can go into your underwriting team. And to start off our demo, we're going to start in the same place that 90% of all commercial originations start. That is your email inbox. So right here, I'm a loan officer, and I'm working with Matt over at Flagship Brewing. And so far, things are going well. Everything is coming together. They're interested in this $700,000 line. And the next part is we've got to pull together all of their documents and paperwork. So I have gone in here, and I've actually CC'd our support agent on the thread. And so I say, hi, Matt, this looks great. I'm CCing our support team to pull together your file. And so as soon as I do this, our AI agent is picking up on this new opportunity. And if we go over to Omni, we should quickly see a new opportunity has been created for Flagship Brewing. Now, as soon as I sent that email, we kicked off a lot of processes. The first of which is our deep research. So in the background, our agent was already able to pull together a lot of information about this business. And we'll see our deep research card here has been populated with some information on the company. We know their NICE code. We know when they're founded, their rough size. If we expand here, we'll even see a list of key executives, including our guy, Matt, that we're working with. And below this deep research, we'll see our underwriting checklist. So the checklist is all the information that we've configured for this specific credit policy that we're going to pull together for this one file. And so as our agent is going through reading this email, we're also going to start populating this checklist information. And so to see a under the hood look at what the agent's doing, we can click over to our timeline. This is our audit log of all the activities that our agent is currently working on doing. And so we'll see here that this first lead was created. We get our email chain right here. And the agent is currently at work processing this incoming email and generating a reply, as well as filling out all of these checklist items. Now, occasionally it takes a minute to go through and generate all the information here. So we can pop over to another lead file that we've recently completed. And so clicking into this lead, we'll see a lot of the same information. We see an application that came in. We get a live summary of all the information and data that we were able to pull together for this loan file. We see the same deep research card, as well as all of our completed checklist information. And I want to feature that we also do this to pull together documents. So if we go back over to our timeline view here, and we want to look at this particular opportunity that came in, we see that we have our initial lead getting created here from that email. Our agent is following up, asking for some additional information, including business name, amount they're looking for, all of that. And the borrower is communicating back and forth with the agent directly. So thanks for checking in. Here's some information. As soon as we get this information, we're live updating our checklist with all of the missing items. We're figuring out what we have and what we don't have so far. And then we're updating the lead with that information. Next, the agent comes back to them, confirming any information that we got from the borrower side, as well as moving things on by asking for the next set of information that we need to pull together. And now every time we reach out from the agent's perspective, we also are going to be sending them access to their secure portal link. So our borrowers will always get a magic link over to a portal where they can upload documents and other sensitive information. The portal looks something like this. They can check in anytime to see either the AI or loan officer feedback and see where they are in the process. However, whenever people are passing in documents and other information directly via email, we process that information as well. And so we know that people will frequently just throw a full file of information over and say, hey, go figure it out on your side. The files aren't often even named correctly, so you don't know what you're looking at until you go look through a dozen PDFs. And so for every document we pull in, we go through, we run classification to identify what this document is. And so we're able to tell that in this scenario, we were looking for their most recent 3 bank statements. We pull this in, identify things as a bank statement. Everything gets stored in our secure document vault, and we run them against our credit policies. So right here, we'll even see, in this scenario, we had a violation of our credit policy. So one of our rules was that we need to flag any transfers over $75,000. And you see the AI's notes right here saying that it found a single transaction of $200,000 on this May bank statement. And so it incorporates that feedback back into the next round of messaging, following up with the borrower saying, hey, we noticed that there is a May statement with this extra information. We're going to need some more clarification here to pull together your file. Now, there's a lot more that I would love to show here. But to wrap up the demo, we can see how we can go from an email thread to an underwriting complete checklist in a matter of minutes. This process applies not just to origination, but to a whole variety of different tasks. If you'd like to learn more about what we do at Omni, we've got a booth over there, and you should come say hi. Thank you.